Um, okay, so yeah, it should be live now, hopefully. So, yeah, kind of a late start, but streams might be starting later and going for longer and stuff for this week. And then next week it'll be hopefully a bit of a more permanent change for a while, but yeah, the way that my schedule is going to be working in these next 2 weeks and then after that will be interesting, but yeah, for tonight, gonna be playing some Chaos Zero Nightmare. But I did want to start off by saying thanks for 300 subscribers on the YouTube at the start here because I haven't really had time to like record a video for it or anything. I'm planning on doing a stream tomorrow. It's currently 10 p.m. for me at least, so I'm planning on doing a stream the day after this stream. And it will probably start in like the morning or something. I don't know. We're celebrating it in Starwell and stuff, but yeah. Tonight I want to do some Chaos Zero Nightmare because I've been really addicted to this game, so I want to do some more stuff on it. I had this really good Maylin run. I also got my Maylin to level 60 today, and everything. But I had this really good Maylin run earlier, but I ended up losing. This was before I got Maylin to level 60. I ended up losing, so I couldn't get the quadruple duplicate, but I was like in a position to where I could have got the triple dupe of the move. I did not have an epiphany on this card, unfortunately. I don't know what the meta epiphany for Rising Dragonspire is, but I think this is pretty good. I actually misread that a lot and kept thinking it said damage, but I mean tenacity damage is still pretty good if you can get multiple hits, and then you can use it to proc this really easily. Because breaking their tenacity bar puts them in the Ravage state. It's kind of like a toughness bar in Starvell, and stuff. But yeah, I thought that this run was pretty sick. I did it earlier today on my phone, so yeah, because I occasionally have time to do a little bit of stuff during the day on the gachas, so that way I'm able to, keep up with dailies and everything. But yeah, I've been trying to get some better save data for some of my characters that I built more recently. I mean, I haven't really worked on Renoa in a bit. Yeah, you can tell some of the characters that I haven't run in a while versus ones that I frequently run. So, I've also been working on memory fragments a tiny bit, although they still are in a position where I need a lot of work on them and stuff. As you can see, I don't have very many at all. Anymore, just because I deleted a lot of mine because they weren't really that useful or anything. But yeah, I also did the selector today. I actually was a little upset today, and so that's why I did a lot of CZN today off camera. Normally, I'm not able to do that much, but I grinded CZN over a bunch of stuff because I had 5 here. Like I said, guaranteed combatant within the next 5 rescues. That means that it took me 66 pools to get a 5-star off of the freaking standard. And yes, I did. Not only did I use crystals, I used crystals to buy energy so I could level up my Maylin to level 60. All I needed was the, Ascension materials. I didn't really need the XP things because I already had a ton of those. From doing the paddle pass and stuff, but yeah. I had to get her to level 60, which I was going to do anyway, so kind of just sped that up, and then use that to get me one of these. I think there's still a few of these I can get in other ways, but yeah, I also did just directly spend crystals on some of them as well to get there, and I finally did get there, and it ended up being another copy of Luke, so that was my 3rd copy. So now has a little 2 next to him, even though I've not really used Luke too much. I think I did do 1 run. Okay, actually I haven't done a run with Luke. Luke is not bad, but I'd have to, there's a lot that you have to build with Luke for Luke to be good, basically. It's kind of how it works. You need a lot of crit and everything, and crit's really hard to get in this game. I believe, like, without partners, the best way you can, or like the maximum you can get crit rate is like 70% or something like that. Which, for a character like Malin, you can technically use something like this for 30% crit and stuff. So, you could get 100% crit and all that kind of stuff. These are the memory fragments I'm running on my Malin right now. Still got some blues and everything. But yeah, my Malin should be a lot stronger now. And hopefully I can get a better run, but I mean, I was really upset because I either took the top path for a standard enemy, or I took the bottom path for an elite. Now, I do know that the standard enemies get pretty ridiculous scaling compared to the elites, but I was already at like 1100 HP going into the fight, which was like a third of my HP or something like, or it's not a third, but it was like a significant amount of my HP was gone, basically. So, yeah, there wasn't really a way for me to say that. And I was running Meilin alongside Ray and Mika for sustain and stuff. But yeah, I just wasn't able to. I was running in Blue Pot as well. So yeah, I had all the setup that I really needed for a good deck. And I mean, like, this Epiphany, like, there's definitely better Epiphanies and stuff you can get. I don't think this is that good. I think probably this one's best. This one or this one. Well, your strikes are basic cards, by the way. So if you get 4 of these, you're able to play 8 strikes off of these. So then you get them enhanced and everything, and then that gives you a ton of hits on this. It will not enhance this card, but these ones are your basics, so that's why you want to increase basic card damage on Meilin. I still need to upgrade her partner, which, I mean, I guess I could do that. Also, I know a lot of people run, like, Douglas on Meilin for the stats, but I do like Lillian because it helps cover your lack of AoE damage. I also think this card's, like, not that bad, but the main issue is the additional effect is not as easy to proc. But yeah, you get 20% damage increase, whereas Douglas just gives you a ton of attack. Which this is like the level 1 version. Do I have a level 5 version of Douglas? Let's see. And I can just make one. Oh no, that is a level 5 version of it. Yeah, 16% at level 5. Which, yeah, that's kind of a not very significant amount of stats. Like, that's the same stats you would get from running the 2-piece attack set, which I probably will end up running that on Meilin. Because that does seem to be the best way. I mean, I don't know, 25%. You can either do 25% crit or 12% attack, right? Let's see, do I have an attack stat one? Yeah, it's 12% attack on the attack set. I'm playing in windowed as well now. But yeah, thanks for the congrats and everything. I am planning on doing a stream in Star Rail because I know that's what a lot of people watch my channel for, is more of the Star Rail stuff. So planning on doing that tomorrow. This is just going to be kind of a shorter stream, so I figured I would do some stuff in CZN because that's also kind of what I wanted to be playing a bit more than Star Rail tonight. But yeah, that's that for Meilin. Oh yeah, I've got energy. That's what I was going to do, is figure out where to spend it. Now, I actually got a pretty good Chizuru build as well. I've learned the strat with Chizuru. It's not to duplicate Shadow of the Moon like I thought. It's actually to duplicate this card. What this card does is it adds 2 hits to Shadow of the Moon Plus. So, whenever you get extra binds from... or you get, like, more binds and stuff to get Shadow of the Moon Plus and everything, you get more hits, and it like stays in your hand because it has retain and stuff. So your goal is to like try to get it to like bind 3 or bind 5 because those are the big power spikes for it. Bind 5 being the max. And each time that you play this card, it adds it permanently until you use the card, so you can stack it up a ton. So yeah, it's really cool having that synergy. I was able to get like a 20 hit Shadow of the Moon on one of the runs. And I find it really funny because on my phone at least, it like lags the game whenever you do that many hits. Or like even doing like 9-hit Shadow of the Moons like lags the game. It says like it's has a on-screen error that says something about damage, so I imagine in my head that it is saying I'm doing too much damage for the game to calculate, even though I'm only doing like 8,000 damage, which is still a lot. But yeah, I don't know. I just find that interaction kind of funny. But yeah, I've been building Chizuru, so I kind of want to keep doing that. Here's my current Chizuru build, by the way. I did go in and change some things with her. I do think this 4-piece Conqueror's aspect is pretty good. Although, I don't know, because the Void... It's not this Void set. The thing is there's 2 Void sets, so you might want to make sure that whenever you're looking at these, it's the correct one. This Void set is for any Void character that is not Chizuru, is basically how it works. And then there's another Void set that is pretty much just for Chizuru. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, this one. So when hitting 2 times with 1 attack card plus 10% damage amount to Void cards, so goes with your Shadow of the Moon very well. I don't remember this set being a thing. I guess this is one of the new ones they added. Instant cards against ravaged targets. Yeah, apparently people use this on Yuki. I was using this set on Yuki, but I might change that with my Yuki build in the future. I still like this set, though. Gets really big damage with Yuki. Yeah, see, my Yuki's at 762 attack. That's one of the things I was talking about, is that there's a lot of characters with these potentials that have a ton of attack scaling that you need. Like, to max this out, you would need 900 attack. And it counts your pre-combat attack, from what I've heard, as well. So that is something to keep in mind. So I'm still able to proc it with that. I actually get like 2% additional damage or whatever, but yeah. So who am I upgrading? I'm at 36% crit rate on Chizuru already, with only 2% crit rate, and it goes up to 10%. So I'd be able to get to 44%, which wouldn't be bad. The thing is, with Shadow of the Moon, each individual hit is calculated on the crits for multi-hits. I guess that's just how it works with any multi-hit in this game. So whenever you have those like 20-hit Shadow of the Moons, if you have like 30% crit on a 20-hit Shadow of the Moon, then only like what, 6 of those are like, or 6 to 8%, or 6 to 8 of them are going to be critting most of the time, as the expected value. But yeah, there's other ways to get crit rate too from the in-game stats. But yeah, oh, I don't know if I mentioned, but I chose Veronica on the selector as well. I was mentioning I was going to choose the selector character to be Veronica if I did not get Veronica from the thing, but yeah, I did not. But I did that earlier today too, because I already had it maxed out. I was just waiting for this to pop, and it took me 66 pools to be able to get it to proc, which I then started using resources on at the end, but before then I did not use any resources. It was around, like, I guess that would be 50 pools is when I started using, or no, it would be around 60 pools when I started using the resources to try to get it to pop, so that way I could just go ahead and use the selector. So yeah, if I got Veronica, it was probably going to be Hugo. I had to guess. I was leaning towards either Hugo or Calipe. I also kind of thought about Orlia, but she's really, like, niche in her use. But yeah, let's just go ahead and upgrade Chizuru's stats a little bit. I would like to, you know, try to get these upgraded too. That's the other side of it. But yeah, if you want to see the Chizuru build, I think I can show it here. So let me just use... I think I could just use Veronica. I need to get Veronica save data, but it's really hard to get save data for level 30 character because they just... Yeah, level 30 with, like, no pieces or anything is kind of hard to do stuff with, you know? You do always need to play this on Chizuru, because this is what gives you the stack from other agents. And then I think this card's kind of useless, but I don't know. Oh wait, does the Ballista not proc that? Interesting. I thought it did. Oh, does that count as having to be used or whatever? So yeah, as you can see, playing those cards added a few extra hits to Shadow of the Moon. So it's already doing a ton of damage, and that's just that one level of Shadow of the Moon. It can stack up to 5 times. Okay, but it's good to know that this interaction works like this, at least. Oh, let's draw. So yeah, that's going to give me 2 stacks there. And then that will give me a stack, but... Okay, so yeah, that's that bind 2. I don't have any Ballista here. I think I needed to play that first. Yeah, I did. Here, I'll just go ahead and play this Shadow of the Moon. It's already pretty strong. I thought I might be able to get a break here, but yeah, I should have checked first. Wasn't a good way to do that. Yeah, that's still not giving me stacks because I didn't play that card last time that it showed up. But yeah, I'll go ahead and play this Shadow of the Moon as it is. So 378. Yeah, so you can see that was at 2 stacks. So the power spikes are 3 and 5 stacks. That's what you're ideally going for with Shadow of the Moon, so me being able to do that with that few stacks is kind of wild. So yeah, that's gonna enhance that ballista. Then I can go ahead and play that to play the other card for me. Oh, because that enemy died, yeah. Forget that that's how that works. Got a giant ballista. But yeah, okay. Probably won't run that version of it again, huh? You can run Yuki in the third slot in that theme. It's actually not too bad. But yeah, I do kind of want to try to actually, you know, finish building Chizuru before moving on to building Veronica. Even though I do know that Veronica is like really good, especially with Malin. Very meta character and team right now. Like if you go to the current event leaderboard thing, you can see that a lot of people are running. Yeah, Malin, Veronica, Malin, Yuki, Veronica, so just no sustain. Or I wonder, do they have like sustain on? I was kind of wondering how you build. I guess that makes sense, yeah. Oh, they got the 4 dupes, but they didn't get the right dupe. That's unfortunate. They also did get a good version of that. I think that the version I have has a better Divine Epiphany, but I mean, it's whatever. Divine Epiphany is just like a bonus if you can get it. And does everyone have forbidden cards? Interesting. I wonder what... I know that this character is really good. I do have Ren, but I have not been able to have time to build her, to be honest. It's the thing. There's so many Void characters, I'm literally going to be stuck in the mines for Void in this game for, like, probably the better part of next year. Just because gotta build Chizuru, Tressa, Rin, Ray, then bonus building Renoa, Kairon, and future Void characters that come out, because there's probably gonna be more and everything, so yeah. I thought I was gonna be in, like, the Justice Mines whenever it started, you know, with Haru and Mika and everything, but yeah, it seems I'm gonna be more so in the Void Mines forever. Also, my Haru is still really good, so that's why I haven't really done anything with her in a while, because yeah, I feel like my Haru build's fine. And stuff like, could be some upgrades and stuff, for sure. But yeah, I like this setup and everything. I mean, Haru is just like really easy to play, especially if you have the second thing here that allows you to get the reduced anger shot, and then if you can get it upgraded to be even less of a damage reduction, then you're kind of chilling, obviously, but... Yeah, because the damage on the potential is counted based on the character's base damage. The only way to increase it, or base like attack, the only way to increase it is maxing out affinity and getting higher base stat partners, I believe. So you do that in getting like your 4-star and 5-star partners. Also, I did choose another partner today. I actually chose Inetia. Specifically for Chizuru as well. Just because I've realized that Zatara is not very good. Or at least like kind of overrated in a way, just because of how that attack stat is actually calculated and everything. Like, I feel like this ego skill is just kind of worthless. Which, I mean, not that this ego skill is like significantly better, but I mean, it does help having some AoE. Vulnerable is a really good debuff to apply if you're debuffing anything. You get just free damage to attack cards whenever you create a card, which is really easy to do with Chizuru. So yeah, I feel like it's not a bad partner for Chizuru. Sure, although maybe not worth a battle pass investment. I already have a Nyx, so arguably you can just get like multiple Nyx copies instead, which I did consider, but I figured I would do something with Chizuru and, you know, try out some different stuff. I also did mess around a little bit with Nia's like base cards earlier and, you know, tried to figure out stuff with her because they do need to build Nia because she's the like other meta sustain option. You have like Rei, Mika, and Nia, and then kind of Cassius in a way. But Cassius is sustained a little lacking compared to the other ones. Kind of like Nia's is a little lacking, but you get a lot of less RNG dependent draw value. But I mean, Cassius Gamba is really fun. Anyway, this stream's supposed to be doing Chaos runs, and I haven't even, or Codex runs, and I haven't even, like, stepped into one, so probably a good time to start doing that. I can at least yap over something interesting rather than me just moving my mouth around. Yeah, I think I am just gonna merge some new Codex data. My City of Mist is actually, like, really bad. There's exploration because I mostly have just focused on the event version. Neglect is really annoying. But that saved data value is pretty good. You know what, we'll take this, but I actually want to run Lab 0. I feel like this isn't too bad of a debuff, but it is a little annoying. Everyone here's got their memory fragments, right? No, Ray does not. The reason Ray doesn't is because I gave it to Mika. Okay, that's supposed to be on Yuki. This one's crit chance, that's why not using that one. Oh, that was the one that I was using on 2-0. I see. Yeah, I was wondering what I was using before because I accidentally messed up the build because I was moving around some memory fragments to do some testing. Okay, so now I need to rebuild you, which... Go ahead and equip that one. Yeah, I need this. Yeah, that one's fine. I guess this is the only one I have leveled up. Nothing in the ideal. But I've got 2-piece healers and 2-piece. Oh yeah, I forgot it's 6 slots. I don't need attack though, I would need health, I guess. Probably had that equipped before. Also, let me just go ahead and upgrade these because I can afford to temporarily upgrade them to 3. Level 3 is really cheap. Anything higher than level 3 is not really worth, especially on these lower tier ones. Okay, with all of that, should be strong enough to take this on, I think. With Chizuru. It is level 95, which is pretty difficult. I'm gonna move my mic. I say as I'm moving, I don't even know if you can hear me when I do something like that. Honestly, I should check just to make sure I'm not accidentally muting it as well. Okay, yeah, we're good. I think I will take this one. And just give this to Chizuru as a temporary item. Does buffer damage, so. So yeah, we're doing runs specifically to try to get good things today. Just 10% max HP, don't mind if I do. So because we're trying to get good decks, I'm trying to find Lab 0, which looks like it's on the bottom side. Bottom side in general, there's gonna be connecting points. I can go top side. I think bottom side looks easier Because I can just go down here to avoid that enhanced elite. Yeah. Still want an easier run, but I want to, you know, also still try to get a good deck here. So. Yeah, first you're going to start off with Karmic Flame, so that way you can actually stack these. Although these have 1 HP, so it doesn't really matter. Bound at Dusk. You can avoid the rest areas because we don't really need them at the moment. Go ahead and take a free Epiphany. Very likely to be card Epiphanies early, so want to try to get through them as quickly as possible. We're in a pretty good spot, so I could fight this elite. Things I'd have to fight. If I stay in the middle path, I have to fight the enhanced elite, which I would rather avoid. Because I can still get to the shop without having to fight it. I think I'm actually going to go top path. This one's slightly riskier, but it's not as risky. Go ahead and remove a card. We're going to remove the shield from Chizuru. The bad thing about running Mika in Chizuru teams is that you can't actually get AP generation. The only way you generate AP is from toughness breaks. That will actually generate a Shadow of the Moon. Could go for that, but I'm not going to. I'll let it build up some. You want to get rid of this attack. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be enough. So, go ahead and play this, and then do your Karmic Flames. As you can see, that is giving me an extra Shadow of the Moon stack. Which, cashing it out now actually wouldn't be too bad, because it should be more than enough. Or 20% shield at the start of battle, plus some 3 HP is pretty good. Okay, now you always want to try to go for this mutant sample if you can. Which I've got a lot of sand to work with here. Okay, kind of described my luck today a little bit, but in some things. Here, we're gonna go ahead and convert this. So, this card has the remove modifier, or it also has retain, so it will be useful while we're, you know, going through everything, but It actually gets around like the faint memory system is one of the reasons why it's so useful, because it converts that card to it, and then it will not remain in the deck whenever we leave. So I can make a really thin Mika deck with this, which I probably will go for. Kind of a healing focused Mika, because with this team I don't really need Mika to deal damage. I'm probably even gonna just straight up remove Whirlpool, even though I usually keep it around for the heal. I really need to be cycling to Chizuru's cards for this team, because it's not like either of these characters are really going to output significant enough damage for me to try to stack Shadow of the Moonlight off of them very effectively. But yeah, I'm still gonna have to fight an elite, which is fine. That's a pretty good start. Yeah, see, healing like that is why I don't really mind running Mika for the laboratory runs. I keep wanting to say like Hollow Zero, but it's definitely not Hollow Zero. But yeah, this mutant sample, you can see it just stays in your hand. You can't actually use it, but you get a little bit of some increased stuff. I want to save that for later. I have the Mika ego still if I need the healing. That would be the best way to play that. As you can see, the AP does not go up with Mika, so he's literally just a healer bot, which is good. But now that's at 3 stacks, so it should do quite a lot of damage. I can kind of soften up this enemy quickly. Or no, it's at 4 stacks. So yeah, this should at least get 1 crit, I would have to imagine. Or not. It's fine, because it decided not to attack there, so that works for me. I'll use that to heal, and then it will actually get finished off by Mika. I like having the random lead card played as well. Now I can actually just avoid this fight, so I probably... Actually, no, I can't, because I need to get to the shop. Luckily, this is a really easy enemy to deal with. Especially when it's at 1 HP, I guess. Still had one of those saved up. I do like the free drawing without having to exhaust. Because there's not really a lot of cards that I want to exhaust in this deck. I'm not really trying to get a Rei or Mika build specifically for Chizuru here, but I'm kind of having to get one in a way because I'm wanting to actually clear this run, so in a way I am doing that. Actually, I'm just gonna extract this. It's not really worth as a stat then to hold that around if I want to, you know, try to get something useful out of this, which, you know, something like this could be good. Wind of Relief is a pretty good card in certain situations. Oh, I did not need to do that, but that's fine. I got distracted. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and remove Whirlpool. Just because it did save me there. to be fair. However, if my deck is thinner, then I could just have Chizuru save Chizuru rather than rely on Mika to do it. So same enemy I fought before. Go ahead and play that into the source of water. It looks like it's a Divine Epiphany, which will give me AP. 1 AP, 1 wave, 1 AP. Not bad. Now, because I hadn't played Karmic Flame, that does actually give me the bonus AP. And not that I played that. Will not. No reason to play that. I can just kind of do a hit anyway. Go ahead and draw. Still don't need to use the ego skills yet, so that's why I haven't done it. So it's at 2 bind, but I doubt it. I mean, 3 is pretty good. Yeah, it's not anywhere close to killing or anything though. Even if I do this, it's not going to be enough, so I'll just wait for the 4 potentially bind. Okay, hitting that enemy did reduce its morale. So it goes to about Zuru's eye, whereas if I were to hit it, is it getting morale reduced from getting hit? Yeah, it is. So hitting it would remove that extra damage. But the thing is, my burst damage is kind of a bit more important. Yeah, it's not actually going to do an attack this turn, so... So, I would get it down to 1237. Yeah, it's not gonna be nearly enough for lethal or anything, so don't need to worry about it yet. Just get in another hit. I was gonna say, ideally from something like Moonslash would be great, but we can get another stack as well as deal a lot of damage. I'll just go ahead and cast this one out. I maybe could have done it with Ray's Ego Skill to save 1 point, but I mean, I wasn't anticipating the crit either. Could have technically played for that as well. And yeah, trying to go to Lab 0. Just go ahead and take the free stress reduce as well. On the way. So. Okay, so draw 1. Draw for each cost of that card. Versus when this card is drawn. I don't know what the replicated ego is, but neither of those options were really the most appealing. That's kind of the thing with Lab 0, is that a lot of the time you just get cards that you don't really care about. So yeah, wanna take this if you can. That's gonna allow you to fight the 3rd boss. I've never actually made it to the third boss because I've literally lost a run every time because I've been doing it with like Chizuru and Malin rather than like Yuki or something. Maybe I should do a run with Yuki and try to get a really good Yuki build. I do like my Yuki build a lot, that's why I don't really feel like getting something better. I don't know what replicated ego is. Oh, it's just a waste draw? I mean, that's whatever. Yeah, see, this is an AoE fight, which is a little spooky, but luckily these enemies don't really have that much HP. I can, like, theoretically one-shot this one with just a single Shadow of the Moon. I just have to, you know, actually draw it. You can use Nyx to take out the, like, forbidden cards whenever they're like this, but she will redraw one of them, so. Because of the way that they are set up. Okay, so I can't one-shot them. Like, true one-shot style, but... once I get another stack of Shadow of the Moon, they will be able to get a one-shot. I mean, I don't even really need a stack. I kind of just need morale. Okay, never mind. Just don't crit. Yeah, because that gets a toughness break, I'm actually able to get AP off of it. Because that's another thing, running Ray, she doesn't actually generate AP with Chizuru like that. Bonk. Bonk. Yeah, I still haven't had the epiphany that I really need for duplicating cards just yet. This is also not the epiphany, it's the card epiphany. But it is a good epiphany. I'm about to get a lot of stacks here off of this. And it does a lot of damage. Thought I maybe could just one-shot it. We're gonna use Nyx to try to draw damaging cards, so that way I can just finish this thing off. Naturally, I could have used the upgrade to ensure that would happen, but it's fine. I do like getting this as an upgrade. Max HP plus 12%. Wow. Mika, how about you take that one? I definitely do not mind more HP or more defense. They are not really going into Lab 0 for replicating cards just yet. Not really going to be worried about... Ooh, actually... Okay, this will be where I see if I actually can replicate the card or not. I need to get the epiphany after this round. I mean, this deck is already really thin. Now it's just trying to thin out the Ray deck, which I think getting rid of that first is kind of a controversial way to do it, but I think it's fine. I want to keep the basic cards because I want to get the basic card upgrade thing on Ray that automatically plays basic cards because you can use that to stack Chizuru stuff for free. There's like a Ray epiphany that can allow you to play all of your basic cards without having to use any AP, and it's really good with Chizuru. Yeah, some people would just reset their run here because I didn't get the epiphany that I needed for Chizuru, and honestly, I can't even really get anything because I don't have a single epiphany on Chizuru. I only got card epiphanies. But, I don't know, part of me just wants to finish out the run. It is really unfortunate. I could technically still duplicate it and hope that they both get epiphanies, that both of their epiphanies are the same, which can happen. But it's really testing RNG. Okay, they just do a Roar of Regeneration at the start, so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, upgrade. Yeah, that card, the lead card that I played there, can get an epiphany that lets you play all of your basic cards. This isn't a basic card, but the Moon Slashers are basic cards, for example, so it can be really good. Also, I can get rid of this whole disposable ego thing once I defeat this boss. That can change the run a lot. Let's go ahead and get another stack there. Not very much damage just yet. I might just wait for a 5 stack on it because it's gonna regen a lot of its HP eventually. Okay, so it's at 5 stacks now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and play it out because it is max stacks. Yeah, as you can see, though, it does regen. But it did technically have less HP than before and stuff, so not bad. But yeah, the deck's really thin still. But I mean, there's still more card epiphanies to be done. I think Ray still needs some card epiphanies. It's only double. Here, I'm actually gonna go ahead and use Nyx. And one of those... Oh, it actually didn't redraw it. Okay. Sometimes it does force you to redraw. So this is gonna get me some Shadow of the Moon stacks. Just gonna use that to generate a wave for no reason, pretty much. I have played for 1 hour. Yeah, I kinda yapped during a lot of the early part of the stream. Okay, if one of these crit, then this is enough. Okay, it didn't crit, but I've got the Ray Ego skill. So I still had a backup plan. But yeah, not too bad of a fight. Ah, that's fine. I can just make a searching deck for Ray. I mean, who can even use this? I guess I can give it to Chizuru for now. But yeah, we're not going to be able to get a really good Chizuru deck this run. Kind of the main point of this game, though, is, you know, trying to spam until you can get really good. Or spam run to this until you can get really good decks. I am going to give this to my really thin Mika deck. And yeah, we're just heading straight back into Lab Zero. This enemy's kind of annoying, in my opinion. Yeah, my Chizuru is really dodging these epiphanies as well. Don't want finale. Resolves whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and use this for a shield. Just because this frog does a lot of damage. And yeah, my Chizuru is also gonna go through a mental breakdown, so... Not the best timing. And you just have a mental breakdown on your own time, Chizuru. Already on thin ice for dodging the epiphanies and everything. There are no cards that use... Okay, I mean... It's because it drew a 0 cost card, by the way. Reaper. I think this one's whatever. Just get the minimum and then move along. You can't get this on True Zero? That's interesting. I also think that one's not bad in a way. I didn't know what happened if I failed that, that's why I re-rolled. I should have read what happens if you fell. Because I didn't really want to spend my sand, because I'm actually using sand a lot nowadays because I keep messing up plays. And rather than just resetting, I just use sand. It'll be reset tomorrow afternoon though, so... That's the card we're pivoting. Oh, you're doing the card epiphany. You're not even doing the thing I thought you would do finally. Go ahead and use Arwen to try to heal. Ooh, actually, I'm gonna take this one out. Even though it's stunned, so it's not gonna be the one dealing all this damage, but... Oh, well, never mind. I'll just hold that. Okay, surely this actually draws something. Well, I mean, it did, in a way. If you squint. Now it's gonna draw that card that it just added, yeah. I should have played this before like anything else, to be honest. Yeah, getting Shadow of the Moon's good because then it gets added to the bind and you can like redraw it and stuff. It's kind of sick. Okay, hopefully we get the card epiphany that I need now. Ooh. Yeah, we would have gotten it too. At least for one of them. want to go for the extra void card damage for sure. I'm really good at drawing 0 cost cards. I'm fine with that being overkill. I just want to make sure that it dies. The ult does more damage than I think. That's not how bad this enemy. I mean, I like having really expensive cards that I can never play. Actually. Go ahead and do half my HP and damage here. That's not too bad, actually. Ooh, and I'm able to save for the Shadow of the Moon. Crit. You know, sometimes you say it out loud, it increases the odds, I feel like. Okay, so now we can try to get Epiphany on Oni hunts. Apparently this one is the best for Zero builds. I can kind of understand if you want it then, and it also gives you guaranteed 3 Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, even running a double sustain focused team here, as you can see, HP is still a little bit of an issue. I never do this test. I don't really know what the rewards are, but I feel like it's just not worth. Because if I skip it, then I get basic cards. If I partake in it, I don't really know what I get, but I just can't imagine it being worth. Okay, you only really need to worry about this enemy. This one's annoying and it does some damage, but you don't clearly have to worry about it. I'm gonna go ahead and try to draw some cards here. Go ahead and add this shield before I get hit, because I'm going to be playing this upgrade card, so then I will get hit by this enemy. I just have to heal here. There's nothing else I can really do in this position. The damage shouldn't be too bad, I would have to imagine. Okay, just a shield. Very small shield, all things considered. So that's pretty good. Yeah, we're already stacked up quite a bit, but it's still not really enough to do what I want. Could take out this enemy and then I preserve my HP. But if I save up Shadow of the Moon for like one more hit, but I'm not able to get it. Okay, just crit. Okay, we got the crit. I was gonna say there's so many hits that pretty much is almost guaranteed. But I didn't want to say that out loud. I mean, last time I just didn't do very good math. This combination. Oh yeah, I forgot this gonna have epiphanies too. You want this to be the initiation exhaust one. Which means it's no longer attack, which means that I actually lose energy. I forgot. That also doesn't count as an attack. Don't really need Deluge proc, so... This is where I'm going to lose a lot of HP, for sure. I can already tell. I feel it. Okay, I just need this draw to get me something playable. Or not. Ooh, okay. There's still more hit to do, so I'm gonna shield this part. I couldn't actually play this upgrade card, it would be trolling. In that position. Yeah, I don't really have a 2-cost card, so it's not like that's ever gonna, you know, do a ton of stuff. I just need to get like a 20 hit Shadow of the Moon here real quick. Not gonna have the AP actually. There, that's not bad. And I'm gonna go ahead and gas this. I know that the enemy already attacked, so I'm kind of just ignoring the damage reduction aspect of it, but like... Watch this damage. You want to see damage reduction? Yeah, parry this. I don't really need credits. had a lot of credits already. And where am I even going from here? I'm kind of lost. I need to go to a question mark area. Need to go through as many as I can. 1, 2, 3. That seems to be about the most I can do. So, do that with the least amount of difficult fights would be 3 more combat sections, which should be achievable from this position. I've got the HP for it. Reinforced combat suit, another kind of neutral equipment. It's fine. Actually, I can avoid this combat section. Just go down here. And even get a rest in, which is nice. And we want to go for the upper one. Honestly, just getting credits. You could argue the buff was good. I don't know, I like credits. You gotta defeat this one in the middle first, and then move to the outer ones. I'm just gonna block this initial hit. Look at this hand, by the way. It's kind of a wild hand. I mean, considering that I only have one copy of that replicator card, this isn't too bad. Or the extra hit card. I'm just gonna take this damage here because it's enough to defeat this one. Yeah, it was kind of overkill, but that's fine. You can go for the damage reduction here, but I don't think it's worth, because I want to have the value of the heal in it as well. This is enough to take it out, so I'm fine with that. Trying to set it up so that way even if I didn't crit it all, I'd be able to take it out. Let's play a tragedy. This is not the one that I need. You can only get what I'm trying to do in this section. You have to be on the inside of the core. Or whatever. You can't do it on the first. Or you have to do it on the second one. This enemy right here. Okay, this might be the end of the run. This enemy is very scary for this game. I have to hit it 7 times, and I drew 1 attack card. So now it is about to delete half of my HP. Because literally my entire attack cards of 4 cards are at the bottom of my deck. Although we don't have the Ray Epiphany. I mean, that's kind of fine. That's fine. I would have liked Resonating Darkness, but I mean, I can still get it actually. I'd have to do it like this. This gives me a heal, as well as a little bit of extra damage, which is nice. I am just gonna take this. See, if I had that as a skill, I could play these water barriers for free. This is definitely the priority enemy to fight, though. I want to make sure I remove any danger from this run. Might as well just let this stack up, by the way, because you want it to get a lot of hits into this enemy, because now it's going to do that final hit, and then it's got to charge back up in stacks. So while it's charging up, I'm going to be charging up, you know? Okay, it's still not charging up the stacks yet, but should have taken the chance while it could, because now it's about to take a lot of damage. I'm fine losing the damage reduction, even though this is going to hurt. I mean, 4 is not bad. Yeah, it could have done way more damage if I hadn't done that. Not really generating that many ego points. Yeah, that's why you wait, by the way. Okay, perfect. Okay. That enemy right there, the most terrifying enemy in this game by far. Like, the Wolfpack guy or whatever is also pretty annoying. The one that summons the things and then charges them up. But that enemy... Okay, yes, we got the thing. So we can get a good roll here. Yep. So we can at least get 3 copies of it, which is still pretty good. But it's kind of what I already had, is the sad part of this run. I mean, this isn't really getting what I wanted, but it's still pretty good. I actually do like Ray having these cards, because it does at least, if nothing else, stack my things that I need. mean, I'd rather have that.
毎度新しい品ですか？じゃじゃーん、お待ちどうさま、新着です。いつぶりのお客さんだろう。ここにいると寂しいんですよ。じゃじゃーん、お待ちどうさま、新着です。てへ、新しい品ですか？もちろんお見せしますとも。
I think the 12% damage is more consistent.
新しい品ですか？もちろんお見せしますとも。ごゆっくりどうぞ。
I know that that's really just increasing stats for the fight, but
絶対後悔
it's
しま
not
せん
really
よ。
too bad to do.
ぜひぜひ生きてたらまた会いましょうね。
Okay, so now the double boss. So I made it to here, but this is where I lost last time because this fight does suck. Apparently that's not the only epiphany I have in the stack. So what else has an epiphany? It's gotta be a raid card. Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't have the one that just directly buffs a specific card. I did forget about that one.
決断を影のなく深い暗闇へ。切らねば黄昏の影。
Yeah, I just need to actually, you know, get the Shadow of the Moon and then it's gonna be dealing some damage.
呼びましたか？役に立ちましたか？私やってみます。決断を切らねば。はっ。
I kinda have to play this.
呼びます。力が湧いてきますね。
I mean, it really ate like my entire deck, by the way. Yep, hungry.
深い暗闇へ。元気が出ましたか？切らねば参ります。
Okay, that's fine.
決断を。はーい。力が湧いてきますね。呼びました。流れを感じます。
I'm down. A little nervous about this situation.
エランさんの力お見せしますわ。 はーい。呼びましたか？
Skill. Upgrade. I mean, that's fine. Then it's attack.
切らねば黄昏の影。黄昏の影。決断を。ふっ。切らねば。はっ。
I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to do into this fight. This does so much damage.
このままじゃ危ないよ。呼びましたか？決断を。はっ。切らねば参ります。決断を。
Okay, but it's not doing damage here.
力を使ってでも。
I mean, partially because I'm stunning it. That turn as well, but HP bar is not going down here. Means that it's not doing damage.
呼びましたか？はっ。切らねば黄昏の影。決断を。はっ。準備できます。役に立ちましたか？保護の花よ。
Okay, this damage is kind of legal.
切らねば。ふっ。決断。黄昏の影。切らねば。はっ。準備できま。元気が出ましたか？
Yeah, no way to win, unfortunately. I mean, that run was pretty garbage overall. There wasn't really any redeeming factors for it. I'm not legally allowed to get actually useful epiphanies on my Chizuru before like stage 529 or whatever it was when I started actually getting something useful there. But yeah, a little annoying. I don't know what I'm supposed to do at that boss. It literally just like one-shot me. I guess. I don't know. In that situation. It's like, oh, you're not playing the heal infinite dagger Tressa build? Well, probably should have done that instead. Into that fight. You wanted to have an actual like way to make it to that stage without dying instantly? Or being at 10 HP like on the stage? I don't know. Like, I don't know how you're supposed to... I guess you just don't farm stuff on that difficulty for Chizuru, because like there's no way, right, that she can actually clear that in that situation. I feel like the damage is just way too low for how much damage it's doing into you. Like, I feel like you just have to go on the lower ones to farm. The menu navigation's a little weird. I mean, there's no way I can farm into that, but... Re-observe it. You know people farm on 7? I mean, this 20 level difference is pretty big. Like, this is manageable. I mean, Tyrant 4 is kind of a lot. Elite 4 is a pretty good one. Like, Elite 4 Lost 3 would be manageable. Honestly, this one's manageable. I feel like I could farm something here because it's tier 12 save data value, which is the same tier that I'm going for in this one. Yeah, we had better, like, we had the perfect epiphanies there. We just didn't get any epiphanies until after the first boss dupe. And then my equipment's kinda garbage, but I honestly don't know how to get that one piece of equipment. Like, hold on, I can show it. I legitimately have no idea how to get this piece of equipment, but I see it on like every build. Because it's really good. I've never seen it in any run though. I know that this one's also good. Certain characters. I imagine for Zero you probably want either this one, which you get that at the end of... I guess this is from a boss. From the enhanced boss is the way that you would get that. I haven't had self-encroachment too. I'm missing a common, and this one is a rare one. I'm guessing because you have to have this one first. I would like to see what the third boss is, but I can never make it there. I always just die on the enhanced second boss.
必ず完遂してみせます。
Okay, this was really good start. Okay, we do want Lab 0 again. So Lab 0 is down there. Probably better to go top half. Yeah, just stay on the top because there's a transfer node. So, luckily I got something that will make these early fights 1 HP, so... Ooh, and early Oni hunt. Early Oni hunt's nice because I'm actually able to fight enemies. Oh yeah, I didn't see what the Mika deck would be because it would be really thin. I didn't like Mika 0. You can kind of get to like 1 card with setup in this. I don't think having Mika on 1 card's that useful. Having Ray on 1 card maybe, but I don't know. Oh yeah, the rest is not even usable. I almost considered taking the buffing rest zone by 50%, but it would have been wasted. Go ahead and use all the crits on the 1 HP enemies real quick. Yeah, see, the enemies can be a problem whenever they have that other thing. You would be able to do something if I don't do this, so... Go ahead and get that out of the way. Definitely take that upgrade. I'm just gonna increase credits. I don't really want to be using my sand. For now. Okay, elite time. Shadow of the Moon. Okay, not bad. I still need the other upgrade card. Before I can really pop off, but... That's only a pint 4. It'll be bind 5 now. And the money hunt.
決断をこの力を使ってでも準備できました。
It's really underwhelming seeing it only hit twice for now. Build up, build up. Eventually I can get it to hit infinite times.
切らねば滅せよ。決断を黄昏の影。はっ。切らねば決断を。呼びましたか？
I don't think blocking this is worth.
切らねば。呼びましたか？来ますよ。元気が出ましたか？参ります。決断を。切らねば。
I will just crit.
使ってでも。
There. That time it works.
いらっしゃい。所持クレジットは
So
十分
now,
かな？
gonna get rid of Water Arrow.
きれいに。じゃじゃーん。お待ち。じゃじゃーん。お待ちどうさま。新着です。
You're still missing one, right? Yes. Yeah, bound that does. Okay, good. Get that out of the way. So now, you don't have any card epiphanies, which is good. I'm also gonna go ahead and take that equipment for now. Could have waited for that extra 12% damage, but with enemies being 10 levels down compared to the last one, or no, they're like 15 levels down compared to the last one, then it shouldn't be too bad. A mouthful. Oh, it has to be a card epiphany? What just removed cards if I had known? Okay, this is a lot of enemies. That's what I'm saying about the one partner instead of that one, is be able to deal with situations like this a little bit easier. It wouldn't be free necessarily, but I want to go ahead and make sure that we get at least one of these enemies out of the way for now. Did that target the right one? I don't think it did. Did not. I also think I accidentally dodged Lab Zero, but I'm not sure. I mean, if this gave me EP, that would kind of be worthless, so that's honestly fine. We got the epiphany that I need. The main issue is that I might have dodged Lab Zero, but at the same time, I think it's not the end of the world if you dodge Lab Zero. Okay, one of those enemies are down. One remaining. And I should have taken this one out at the start of the thing. Okay, and then proceed to draw no attack cards. There. Okay, no, I didn't. Good. I was kind of worried. I accidentally dodged it. I thought I had stopped paying attention at the wrong time. This run's going like okay. Yeah, we got the triple question mark thing. We can now reach the core of Discord. Oh, did I accidentally mute? Okay, no I didn't. Good. Accidentally bumped into my mic. Just slightly. Might have been able to hear it. Void. I mean, if anything, I guess that's fine. The ego points was kind of tempting, actually. I can see a world in which ego points being taken there would have been not too bad of an idea. Bonk, bonk. But yeah, see, now my heels are big. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Okay, we're gonna get rid of Whirlpool again. I thought that that was pretty good when I did it last time. One wave, I mean, the waves are kind of useless here, but like, Fortitude's also kind of useless, so. Yeah, I mean, just going down the difficulty slightly, it's made it so much easier. I'm hoping that it makes it where the save data is still fine and stuff, because I think the save data cap is the same. Yeah, that's fine. That's the main thing that I'm worried about. If you exceed your save data cap, you just get randomized cards, kind of. Which isn't really great. Not a fun situation to be in. You're having to guess if your deck is actually even close to what you intended it to be. I'm going to remove these because I can't really use that to generate AP, so that's unfortunate. I am going to take a hit here, but I already fully blocked the hit, apparently. Oh, never mind, it didn't go for a hit. Right, mental breakdown's fine. Okay, that's good. We're still able to get that sword in the end. And honestly, that was a pretty good forbidden card. Like the or like drawing it's not the end of the world as well, so that's fine.
深い暗闇へ滅せよ。
I need a card epiphany still on, or I believe I need one, right? Or no, I've got Shadow of the Moon. Okay. That's what I thought I was missing. I am not. There used to be a bug in the game where whenever you played those cards, you could see if it was going to restore your HP, which meant that it would have cured your... Like, you could hover the card like this and see if it was going to restore your mental breakdown state or not. I kind of wish they kept it in, because it did make doing runs a little bit easier. I wish I could have done more runs whenever that was a thing. I didn't really grind the game nearly as hard as I've been grinding it recently. When that bug was a thing. Yeah, I mean, even having this be a heal is not worth. If it gets one crit, then we're good. Just one. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not using the ego skills. Nice try. Oh, there's the crit. Is at 10 HP? If either of those cards would have crit, it would have killed. But it's okay. Okay, good. I do have a remove. I need to make sure that I go ahead and remove this now. I also need to remove that other card that got an epiphany in there at some point. I'm not gonna... I literally have one credit and I'm not gonna be able to do anything else here. No need for window shopping. Yeah, this is a bit more manageable. The HP here. Oh yeah, I still need that card to get an epiphany. But it's far less of a priority than the ones that I've already gotten, so we're in a good spot. Gesture of freedoms, whatever. Not like I'd be able to do anything this turn. Did it just regen? Surprised it's doing it now. I'm just gonna go ahead and use this at bind 4. Yeah, see, the damage was not bad. The gesture of freedom pool is kind of rough. Oh no, now it's regenerating. So I made 5. I can cap out at 10. But this should still be pretty good damage. Yeah. Let's go ahead and fully block this. Okay, so now I want to just figure out how dead are you. This should be more than enough. So now I just need one thing. One final RNG check. And we failed it. Unfortunate. And I guess I can get this too. Yeah, if the Chizuru deck's already cooked, might as well do that, I guess. Passion's really good. This still has the potential to be my best Chizuru deck for now, but it's not an optimal Chizuru deck. Also, watch this. That generate a ton of Will-O-Wisp. +2 there. Go ahead and take this one out. I've had that's a basic card, it doubled effects, so I might as well use the enhancement on its damage since it casts twice, pretty much. Go ahead and use Nyx. I want to try to end this now. Two hours. Oh yeah, there's another card that actually needs an epiphany too. In Chizuru's setup right now. This card needs an epiphany, and this card needs an epiphany still. And then I believe this one, yeah, this one needs an epiphany. This one's already got one, right? No, it needs one. So does Ray already have all of hers? No, this one needs one. Oh, and so does this. Okay, there's a lot of epiphanies still. Actually. This enemy, but we're on this mode now. Digging here. Not really what I would like here. I feel like this is kind of fine. I can use that to proc the one partner that I have. Oh, you still needed a card epiphany. I need to get rid of that card as well, but... This would have killed, but I should have not played that other card. I forgot. I can't generate AP like that. And you still needed a card epiphany. Oh yeah, you need this still. That does count for your ultimate stack. That's interesting. Makes sense as well. But I believe drawing the one that's in the deck already does not count. Like ultimate stacks. Interesting distinction. Makes sense because it's not created, to be fair. I feel like the epiphany I'm gonna get on this is going to go into like the card draw rather than something useful. Anyway, I can one-shot from here. Yeah, with that morale boost and everything. Morale's like free attack. Yeah, I want to make sure I can play Bound at Dusk. That's gonna help me here. So now we get a guaranteed epiphany, but hopefully it will be on something useful. Yeah, I knew it was going to be in this card. I still like this. AP is useless in Chizuru setups. I mean, this rebuild's not very good for Chizuru already, so... Okay, so now the path of least resistance slash most question marks. This one has 3. This one has 3 as well. This one has 3. Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3. You do have to fight 1 enhanced normal enemy. But I'd kind of rather fight it there than at the end. If I do it this way... Yeah, I think going down is actually better. I'll need to double check after this, but I've still got time.
助立ちします。深い暗闇へ影の中。
As long as you play Delude before anything else, it will always give you the wave, but you're able to get an AP back. So it's basically free play.
決断を。すべてを飲み込む暗闇。手伝います。役に立ちましたか？切らねば深い暗闇へ。決断を切らねば。
Okay, we got some damage on that, but still needs a little bit of work before it's able to really pop off.
決断を。黄昏の影。切らねば。
I'm gonna wait for the 5 stack. Okay, 5 stack plus damage boost. No damage boost.
この力を使ってでも。
Okay, but that kind of
決断を。
did a lot of crits.
切らね
So.
ば。決断。
201 shield. Still that much damage. Oh, because Ray. Mine. No, that wouldn't have done that technically, but
切らねば。黄昏の影。
not with how it's set up
決断を。
now. Play this first. Heal's already min-maxed, so
使ってで
just
も。
go ahead and finish this one off. Yeah, once I'm at like 40% crit rate on Chizuru, it's gonna be really good. Man, I might as well give Ray that, I guess. Okay, so let's see. Do I go down or do I go up? If I go down... Oh yeah, the shop diff is also a thing. I didn't consider that. If I continue straight, we get 2 shops on the way. But there's definitely a lot more room for error. And I do have to take this as well for the double shop path. I'm gonna need the credits. Yeah, I think we take the double shop.
あれ、いつの間に。
I don't really know what X point of X plus 1 will entails. I do know that that card is kind of worthless. I need a ring slot for Chizuru.
お待ちどうさま。新着です。新しい品ですか？もちろんお見せしますとも。 また来てくださいね。
None of those were what I needed. Might as well take the free stats. Yeah, I think I am going to the store. Let's just let me get rid of Ray's thing here. Well, that is a lot of HP though. That's kind of way more HP than I thought it would be. What's the best epiphany for this? I have a image that I took of some suggested epiphanies. For this build, decrease cost by 1 until 2 random cards are used. Okay, that seems to be the one that people take the most, but that's not really one that I have an option of. The thing is, everything's 1 cost, so that would just make it 0 cost, which is still fine. I mean, I guess that could be good. There's also ways that could go poorly. Yeah, see, it healed me there. So, W card. Sample size of 1. Damage is still the same even through the eco skill. This will help Chizuru as well. Slightly. Slightly is better than not at all. But, yeah, I think I have to cash this out now. I do this ego skill. You're at 704. Go down to 805 if I crit. Okay, I just need 1 crit. I mean, that's still fine, I can tank this. That's like the max I can go. Do wish that I'd aimed it at the right one, but you gotta take what you can get here. I'm going for the 5. 5 bind. Of course, I didn't consider that. I mean, I think it retains the binds through this, but Now I can no longer deal damage until this is over, which took all the cards to do.
深い影となりて切らねば難聴の月光よ
I mean, the good thing is that it lets me redo this ego skill with a lot more created than the previous one.
決断を
But I'm about to lose all my HP.
の傷を飲み込む暗闇力になってみせますエランテの力お見せしますわ切らねばはーい一味違いますよ
It's bind times 5.
決断をこの力を使ってでも
Okay, crits. I was gonna say I needed crits, but every time I've said I've needed crits, it's always not crit. Okay, now we have to fight an enhanced in it. Okay, that's GG's. My bad, actually. We tried. It was a good run, though. To be honest.
切らねば深い暗闇へ
But yeah, that's GG's.
決断を影の中へ全てを飲み込む暗闇手伝います
That can't epiphany if it's played like that. You're telling me to block it, but you're not really giving me block cards, you know? Like, you ever consider that?
切らねば
No, you didn't, because you're not a real thing that exists in the world.
力になってみせます元気が出ましたか決断を深い暗闇へ切らねば決断を
I mean, I have to do this.
切らねばはっ
That's as low as I can get it. It had to be this enemy that gets enhanced. It could just be something that was like maybe survivable.
黄昏の影はーい全てを飲み込む暗闇はっ決断を
I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of in a good spot right now.
この状況はまずいです対策を立てない確認します呼びましたか一味違いますよ切らねばこの力を使ってでもはーい任せてください
Wait. Wait, because it will do this hit, and now it is not going to damage me.
役に立ちましたか力になってみせます
I've learned how this boss works. Okay, I don't need this right now.
元気が出ましたか決断を参ります切らねば
Okay, that was a lot of crits. We're already at a pretty good damaging spot. It's gonna do this observe thing, it's gonna get a bunch of morale, and it's gonna look like it could one-shot me. But in reality, it can't.
決断を切らねば
You never take the create Shadow of the Moon here. You always do this.
決断を黄昏の影
And then you somehow don't draw any attack cards there. Do not take the finale.
役に立ちましたか切らねば
Okay,
この力を使ってでも
okay, we got one crit. It's literally all that I needed. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Now there's only, you know, one more enemy to fight after that. A lot of people don't like this encounter, but I mean, it's whatever. Like, ambush is kind of annoying. But this one is interesting. You get one less draw at the start, which in my case just means that I still get all my initiation cards. And then after that, you get a draw. Extra.
あれいつの間にって
I really don't think it's too bad. I don't really want to remove any cards.
お待ちどうさま新着で今日の
Might as well give that
ベストチョイスで
to
新しい品ですか
Ray.
じゃじゃーんお待ちど新しい品ですかじゃじゃーんお待ちどうさま新着です
And I might as well
今
take
日のベ
this
ストチョイス
too.
ですねぜひぜひ生きてたらまた会いましょうね
5 stress is fine. I want this to have a heal. Because waves are useless because I can't generate AP from them. Okay, this is fine because it has less HP than last time. And I think I have more HP than when I fought it last time. And I definitely didn't get lucky. But I mean, it has so much less HP that me getting lucky is
決断を
fine.
月の影で切らねば影を潜み決断深い暗闇へ呼びましたか切らねば確認します
And yeah, see, it generates less stacks too. Because it's not the elite version. I would like to try to defeat that enemy, but
決断をこの
it's
力を
not really worth it
使ってでも
for me here. I just need to try to stay alive. I definitely have a lot of issues in this run still, but I'm able to survive. It's got potential to still be good. Okay, fine, I'll go for that enemy because I can. It was literally set up in like the perfect way for me to be able to do something to it here. It's triple bind, so it's still good. Minimum 5,000 HP after. And I'm full HP. That reduced a lot of its morale. It's nice. Yep, that's good enough. With those two crits, I probably could have killed it without the ego skill, but I'm not gonna min-max that. Honestly, the agony damage is gonna put in some work, so... Might as well take that. X is applied as X plus 1.
じゃじゃーん、お待ちどうさま、新着です。じゃじゃーん、新しい品ですか？もちろんお見せしますとも。
I do like that.
新しい品ですか？新しい品ですか？ぜひぜひ、生きてたらまた会いましょうね。
Okay, so how much HP does this thing have at level 80? Instead of level 95. It's not rainbow. Okay. It's like 7,000 HP. Less than normal. That's not bad. And I got rid of the useless card, so. Yeah, that upgrade is kind of useless, but the good thing about it is that I can only draw it once most of the time. That one's a bit more problematic to lose. I'm gonna go ahead and cash this out. Still got 2 void. Okay, that's too far. You can take my other card, you can't take that one. Can't take Shadow of the Moon either. I wouldn't even try. Okay, it's at 5. And then we got the morale. I mean, this should be kind of peak damage. That's a lot of crits, too. 6,000, not bad. Plus 3 agony for another 45 times 3 is 135. So 1308, so it does 540. Not enough. Once I make like one more Shadow of the Moon though, it would have been enough. I mean, Shadow of the Moon should be enough to finish it off here, to be honest. Or I could defeat it with Moon Slash, but Shadow of the Moon. That's unfortunate. Really needed this card duplicated. I mean, I didn't get the thing to duplicate it, so I don't know, it's whatever. I kind of think getting another one of these isn't the worst idea. Doubling Shadow of the Moon's kind of not bad either, but... Even though she doesn't have cards that, you know, can actually have that do anything, it's still not bad. Guess I'll take that. Trading.
私に休息は許されていません。
Yeah, I'm not surprised that this is the boss. I kind of thought it would 20,000.
深い暗闇へキラネ月の影で影の中へ決断を深い暗闇へ
No reaction. Yeah, I'm telling you, that duplicated snack time can put in some work.
決断を
What mind shielding this?
切らねば決断を
And then it's gonna generate me another 3. Forgot about that.
切らねばはっ決断を
Oh, my other Shadow of the Moons. Where did it even go? In the draw pile? Watch this secret tech.
切らねば黄昏の影 決断を 切らねば
I'm kind of glad I didn't play that, because that would have been not great.
決断を参ります
Don't steal that. Or those, I guess. Isn't just a permanent fixture of half of my draws? No?
切らねば
Oh yeah, it is just a thing. Okay. Just making sure.
切らねば
The good thing is that it doesn't really do that much damage in this position. Oh no, you ate my card. Okay, this one's a bit worse of a situation than the last few.
決断を
This one's gonna hurt. And the good thing is that it exhausted all of those.
切らねば
My entire deck's still in this thing's stomach. I don't know where they went.
決断を
I'm apparently only at one Shadow of the Moon created since the last one.
切らねば
Yeah, this barely does any damage.
流れる水は止められません。元気が出ましたか？元気が出ましたか？
Still have 9 vulnerable. Wait, down to 7.
力になってみせます。決断を黄昏の影切らねば。この力を
I need to play
使
this.
ってでも
Okay, I'm at 10. This is gonna add another vulnerable and take 1. Wait, never mind. Not gonna add another.
全てを飲み込む暗闇。決断を。はっ。アンウェイ様の手にかかればみんな無敵になれるんだから。
Okay, I'm at.
ここ
That's not good.
どこ
Now I'm gonna draw exclusively her cards. Okay, that's actually not bad.
切らねば参ります。
Yeah, is this just like me being unlucky, or is it just not really winnable in this position because I didn't get a good deck? I don't know. I mean, how much damage is this doing? 14 vulnerable. Each shot does 607. Okay, my bad. I mean, it's not going to do damage this turn, so technically it's playable. It literally just eats my Shadow of the Moon cards every time, though. That's the thing.
やられました。
Oh, but it does damage anyway. I think it's only 40% chance to do damage. Yeah, all these runs have been pretty bad though, so I kind of don't mind. I need to make sure that I'm beating these because they're garbage. This was also garbage.
館長、お待ちしてお
I'm
り
still
ました。
gonna do counseling so that way I get the counseling session out of the way, but this deck was very trash. It's probably gonna be this knowing this game. Okay, I wasn't expecting that one to work. Trauma Specialist Counselor.
次からはもう少し気をつけてください。うなずくだけじゃなくて。
I was trying to think of which character is not a human, and then I remembered Cassius. Cassius is a cyborg. Who else could potentially not be human? Ray? Or I mean Ren. I guess Ray. Maybe. Okay, yeah. I think everyone else is human. Trying to think. These characters have like race Stella Familia. Okay. I think everyone else is human. Thought they kind of had some cyborg-like qualities. Yeah, I've at least seen what the final boss looks like now, so. I kind of thought it would be that, knowing how, like, the other mode is, but I didn't know for sure, you know. Oh, this boss dropped. I still want to pull on the Chizuru banner so that way I can try to get Tressa copies. I do want to grab this. This is also something worth grabbing. Those should be my priorities. But at the same time... Oh, it's only 400. That's actually really cheap. I'm actually out of the partner XP. But yeah, I think this partner is not that bad on Chizuru. Because, I mean, just look at the base stat diff. Already. That plus 79 at level 40 versus plus 89 at level 60 with this one. But, I mean, you can see with ones that I actually have leveled up. Go to Yuki. So I know this one's level 50. I mean, look, it's 87 versus 113 or... Yeah, 113 again. I don't know if that one changed. 113, 5, 150, or 105. Okay, so yeah, it seems like that's going to be the base stat for them. I didn't know if they'd be different. So yeah, it's plus 113 on the 5-star version. It might be the same here. I'm not entirely sure. Let me see, do I have something that I can compare it to? I guess Nyx. I don't think it would be the same, though. Yeah, Nyx has way less attack. Well, you know, I probably will in things here, just because I do have enough time for another run, but I kind of want to get some other stuff done. I can actually do my recordings and stuff during the day tomorrow instead of... Or my recording for my upload tomorrow, so I don't have to stay up late to do that. But I might go ahead and record it and then upload it, and then I can at least edit it tomorrow, so that will make things easier for me tomorrow. But yeah, there's still more Chizuru potential that I need to get done, I guess, and then probably some memory fragment stuff I can get done to make it where she's a bit more usable. I don't know, maybe I should have run this instead. I don't know why you didn't equip that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that was making a big difference, to be honest, but I don't know. But yeah, I did get some stuff done in a way because I learned some stuff, I guess, about Lab Zero. But yeah, tomorrow we'll do like the Nebula distortion and stuff too. But I have a special stream planned for, well, it's later today now because it's 12:40. But I have a special stream planned for tomorrow a little bit. So, I'll have to see if I have enough time to get it all done the way that I want to do it. But yeah, I'll see then. Oh yeah, I was gonna see the. Okay, so yeah, that doesn't count as me having discovered that, so I guess I gotta go back in there. I guess I never fought this thing, and you can fight it apparently. Maybe that's what I need to do to get that one thing. I don't know. I get this equipment. Still haven't seen these either. This would be really good with Yuki. Probably not the best option, but still a good one. Good alternative. If you didn't find the best in slot option. Actually, before I go, I'm gonna do Hangout with Yuki. You actually like these.
Ma, 特殊事件捜査部ってうち以外みんな
You're not one of the ones that want the teddy bear? Yeah, we'll take it. Yeah, you're eventually gonna have to like max affinity on like everyone for the stats, but I do have max affinity on Haru. Yeah, I can just get the partner stuff from this. Haru's the only character I have max affinity on, though.
何かご用ですか
I was gonna check this shop. It's very expensive to get all of these, although you can get all of them eventually. I got all of these because I hadn't really been farming this boss for a while, so now I have some. I had been mostly farming this boss, but now I need to start farming some of those again. And get 11 of those, or get 45 of these. I think I'll take 45 of these. Yeah, it's already almost on par. The thing is you get HP increase too, so the HP will be better. But yeah, I feel like this damage to all enemies is really good. But yeah, that's where I'm going to end things for now, because I'll see everyone in the next